Hello, everyone. It's Mike Schoonover with the 812 Living Group and host of the 812 and You blog. Hey, at the start of 2020, travel domestically and internationally, and since shut down due to the pandemic. And in recent months, we've seen that travel has started picking back up, but some people are still fearful and uncertain about travel and where they can go, where they can't go, masking, shots, and all that. So wanted to bring in today our Southern Indiana travel expert, LeAnn Walker with Exclusive Travel Partners to just give us an update on travel. I'm going to ask her some questions about where we can travel, travel deals, and so on. LeAnn, welcome and thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Mike. I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah. So let's jump right in. I know you've been on a plane and you've traveled recently and you're helping others travel. Just give us a general sense of what travel is like right now, and then specifically air travel.
Okay. Yeah, like you just said, travel has definitely opened back up this year. People are eager and anxious to go places and explore the world again. So things are definitely opening back up. Air travel specifically, there's mask mandates. You have a lot of social distancing, but they still cram you in the airplane super close together once you get inside. But as so far, airlines have not required vaccinations or any kind of testing in order to fly. It's really just the mask mandates right now. Leaving the country, you do have to take a COVID test before going to almost every country. And just a negative COVID test before you go. It's usually within 3 or 4 days. You have to take that, and then coming back into the United States, you have to take a COVID test as well in order and show that it's negative, obviously, before you can return. So in most resorts, like a lot of all-inclusive resorts, they will provide that COVID test for you right there at the resort. So they're making it super easy for people to travel. Again, people are anxious and they're wanting to, and those resorts were hurt in 2020. So they want people to come. So they're making it as easy as possible for people to get there.
Yeah, so people are starting to move about. And I liken this to, for those who remember traveling after 9/11, all these, extra restrictions in place. We've got more restrictions now, but you can still get on a plane and move around. My hope was that they would remove some of the seats for social distancing to give more leg room and side room, but I don't think that that's happened yet.
No, I think for a very short period of time, they were trying to leave families some space, but airlines were just hit really, really hard, and they have to fill up every seat really to try to earn that back. So they're cramming you in again.
Yeah. So speaking of being hit hard, a lot of ramifications from the COVID-19 stuff. There for a while, I know people were having trouble finding rental cars, hotels, things like that. What are you seeing now?
Rental cars are still really hard to obtain, especially those larger SUVs or large vehicles for families. You have to order those months and months in advance, or you will not get it. It's very difficult. Now, if you're wanting a smaller, compact car, you can get that in a couple weeks. But again, you have to reserve those ahead of time because those are still really hard to get. Airlines, hotels are still, they're fairly open. Not too many are getting booked up, except for, I do have some families traveling over fall break, and I am starting to see hotels starting to be maxed out again. So we're seeing it. It's coming. People are traveling. And again, hotels, they all have those extra precautions. Their cleanliness, they have social distancing and lobbies, mask mandates when inside, those kind of things. So it's safe, and they are open. So.
Yeah. Well, you talked about fall break. I do want to ask you about holiday travel in just a minute, but LeAnn, do you help people find the rental cars as well, or at least give them tips on how to find that?
Yeah, usually I point them in the right direction. I don't personally deal with rental cars, but I do have just some experience and some of my go-tos of who I recommend people looking at first.
Yeah, awesome. So people like deals, the travel and finding deals has almost become a game. Are there still deals out there to be had?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find, so me personally, we just took my 2-year-old son to Walt Disney World, and it was one of the most magical trips. I go to Disney almost every year, and this was by far my favorite, with just seeing his little face light up. But when we booked, if you bought 3 days tickets, you got 2 for free. And we were able to stay on the resort 5 days, had 5 tickets, and it was $1,600 for the entire week.
Wow.
Which is incredible. And then I also just booked a honeymoon suite for one of my cousins. She is getting married next year. And originally this suite is around $8,000, and we were able to get it for $4,500. So incredible deal. And it depends on when you book too, what they have going on, but they're still running a lot of promos. So, and if you use the travel agent, obviously we can find those deals for you, and we are completely free. A lot of people think there's fees associated with travel agents. There's not. We're able to find deals quicker because we do this for a living all the time. And if we can book multiples, we even get more of a discount. So if you book with a travel agent, you will always find the best and lowest rate.
Yeah. In fact, I saw someone comment on one of your recent Facebook posts that, hey, when I'm rich, I'll call you to help. And so talk about that a little bit. Do people need to be rich to travel and to use a travel agent?
No, absolutely not. Travel, I always joke, travel's been a huge passion of mine, especially it's probably since high school. I was bit by the travel bug. And in college, you're broke in college. You have no money. You're spending on tuition and going out and everything else. I was able to still travel in college for just a couple $100 here and there. You can find incredible cruise deals that's only, I think I looked at some yesterday. It was like $245 per person for a week. Like, that's awesome. You can do a lot of domestic travel for just a couple $100. And again, we find all the deals for you. So, and people are surprised when I tell them you can go to an all-inclusive resort for 4 or 5 nights for $2,400.
Yeah.
All inclusive, alcohol, food, snorkeling, kayaking, all of it. So no, you do not have to be rich to travel, and travel agents are free again. So I am paid a commission through the vendors themselves because I try to do a lot of marketing and I bring the people to them. So they pay me directly, and none of those fees are ever passed on to my clients. So I am free to use, and I can find you the best and lowest rates anywhere in the world, domestic and international.
That's awesome. So you mentioned fall break. Look, holiday travel, we're getting ready to turn the calendar into the fourth quarter. Thanksgiving, Christmas travel coming up, usually a super busy time. Any predictions on what you think we might see this holiday season?
I think a lot of people are going to try to do it this year. People are feeling more safe with vaccinations, and we understand COVID a little bit more. People know how to deal with it. So families are feeling more comfortable gathering together with grandparents. And prices, you can still get a lot of deals. I am going to St. Petersburg to see my brother and his wife for Thanksgiving, and I was able to get 3 airline tickets round trip for a total of $280.
Oh, wow.
$280 for 3 people. And that was through Southwest. So good airline, easy to navigate, super, super easy stuff. So I think there's more travel, but again, lots of great deals going on.
Yeah. And I think I heard you say it earlier, if you're planning to travel, now is the time to start booking your holiday travel too. So, LeAnn, one last question for you. Again, we've kind of danced around the COVID stuff. It has made an impact. Any tips for people to kind of prepare in advance, especially if they're going to be doing air travel to prepare for kind of the COVID restrictions and things like that?
Yeah, my best advice and tip is just research before you go, before you book anything, especially if you're traveling internationally. Know those countries' requirements to enter, know what it's going to look like, and just make sure that you're checking all your boxes before you book anything. I have a super easy Excel sheet that I keep up to date, and I have resources online that I know what countries are requiring vaccinations, what countries aren't, and stuff like that. So again, not to beat a dead horse, but use a travel agent, because we know what countries have what restrictions, and we're super happy to help book you anything.
Yeah. And it sounds like to me, now more than ever, you need a travel expert to help guide you through, not just to find the deals, but to guide you through some of these hurdles that we have to go through that we didn't have prior. LeAnn, thank you so much for the information. Great help. I think it's going to help people kind of let their guard down and get back out there. But people want to call you to get more information, to book trips. Where can they find you?
Absolutely. I am always a phone call away. My phone number is 812-989-8008. And you can look me up on Facebook, Exclusive Travel by LeAnn.
Okay. All right. Well, we will add some links. We'll add your phone number into the blog post and to the comments and notes below. But she is LeAnn Walker, travel expert with Exclusive Travel Partners. LeAnn, again, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This is great. I hope people want to start traveling again soon.
Hey, if you'd like to have updates on Southern Indiana events, news, and real estate information you can use delivered directly to your email inbox, visit us at 812living.com/blog. That's 812living.com/blog, and sign up for alerts.